London Heathrow, host to 78 million passengers, nearly 500,000 flights, and one very unusual animal reception centre. Animals passing through Heathrow come here to be checked in.
Come on in. Hey guys. I missed you, haven't seen you all day.
Also known as the Ark, it's equipped to welcome almost any species through its doors.
We're out.
From reptiles and livestock to pets and predators. It's up to the Ark to make sure everyone is clear to enter the country.
Full of energy, that's always a good sign.
More than 200,000 animals passed through last year alone. And its dedicated team of over 40 staff are on hand every hour of every day.
Come on, kitty.
That's it.
And are always prepared to expect the unexpected.
See the spines of the teeth.
Today on Animal Airport,
Just too big. Is it a bit scary?
a poorly pooch has staff worried.
We're just going to get the vet out. Hopefully she'll be here within the next 10-15 minutes.
2 cats fly in for a long-awaited reunion.
I'm so nervous right now. I haven't seen them in probably about 2 years.
And a Senegal parrot attempts a great escape.
He's not too happy, which is understandable.
Every year, hundreds of thousands of creatures pass through the Animal Reception Centre after flying into Heathrow Airport from across the globe. And today, in the dog wing, Supervisor Anna is concerned about a Yorkshire Terrier called Olivia that's just checked in off a flight from South Africa.
Hey, sweetie, are you okay?
How are you feeling? You all right?
Is it a bit noisy? You okay? Want some water? Want to try some? No? Just too big. Is it a bit scary?
She was laying very weirdly in her bed, kind of looked as if she had kind of starfished out, and her head was tucked down underneath the blanket, which I didn't think was right. So I opened the door and then that's when I picked her up, but she seemed to have her legs kind of quite outright, that she didn't kind of bring them in, and then her head started doing like a little weird kind of movement.
Yorkies are prone to dental problems, and Olivia's lost all her teeth, so she can't keep her tongue in. But it's her strange behaviour that's worrying Anna.
My reaction was, what on earth is going on? I must admit my heart was in my mouth. I'd just seen this dog wandering around, so my natural reaction was to call our vet.
There are many possible causes, from existing health problems to lung congestion brought on by the flight. It could even be a bad reaction to calming medication.
Hopefully with animals coming in, they shouldn't be sedated. It is sometimes the case that some owners do. They think it's a good idea to do it to try and help reduce the stress of travelling. We do recommend that animals aren't sedated. I'm hoping that it's not that type of situation. As you've seen there, she's just had some water, which is a good sign. It's a little bit cold today, so she does look a little bit chilly. But we're just going to get the vet out. Hopefully she'll be here within the next 10-15 minutes and we can go from there. If anybody has any concerns about the animals, we have a vet that we can call out and they can be here as soon as possible. So animal welfare and health is important to us, so we need to make sure that everything's okay. Minor or major, we will get a vet out. Look, I can snuggle you in, okay?
Anna makes Olivia as comfortable as possible.
I'll go and get you a smaller bowl.
Only the vet will be able to confirm if there's anything seriously wrong with her. It's not just dogs and cats that travel around the world. In the loading bay, apprentice Bradley is picking up a pet Senegal parrot that's arrived from Minneapolis, USA.
I've just looked at the paperwork and his name's Togo and he's 23 years old. So he's a pretty old bird.
Senegal parrots originate from Western Africa, and this one is on the way to join his owner in Norwich.
I mean, he might be a bit cranky from his journey, but who wouldn't be? My entire family's always had animals, and I've always been raised around animals. So I've always had the idea I've wanted to work with animals. I'm training to hopefully one day become an actual animal attendant here.
Before Togo gets his paperwork checked for avian diseases, there's time for a bite to eat.
I just sort of found out, say its dietary needs, just so I make sure I give it the correct food, because we definitely want to make sure that it has something it will eat. It might not eat, but we just have to offer it just in case. So I'm just giving it some apple and pear.
Senegals are one of the most popular types of pet parrot, known for their quietness and remarkably calm temperament.
And I'm just going to try and put some new paper in there without him getting out and without him biting me. With this place, it's honestly just throwing yourself in it, because of so much comes in, and I mean, you get put on the spot sometimes and it gets really nerve-wracking, but once you've got through that, you just learn so much, and it just makes you feel great about working here.
But after an 8-hour journey, this parrot has had enough.
Yeah, he's not too happy, which is understandable. He grabbed me, so he's ripped my glove, but that's about it. So I'll just change my glove and put a new one on and I'm fine. Luckily he's calmed down a bit, but I wouldn't want to be sticking my hand in there for too long. And hopefully he'll be on his way home fairly soon.
But first, he'll need to have his paperwork checked. If there isn't proof that he's free of disease, then he'll have to go to quarantine before he's allowed to enter the UK. From exotic creatures to pampered pooches, the Ark is always open for arrivals, and one of the most popular pet passengers are cats, with more than 5,000 checking in every year. Airside, Animal Health Officer Stu is picking up the 2 latest feline travellers from Hong Kong.
Do you want me to drive up? Yeah.
The plane is already on stand, so Stu must load them quickly.
So we've got Angie and Noah. They're from Hong Kong.
But there's a bit of an issue with their containers.
As you can see, there's no rear air holes. When we get back, we're going to have to do a box form for them, just so when we speak to the owner, they know not to use them for flight again.
As Stu heads back to the centre, owners Pinchy and Peter are already in reception, waiting eagerly to see their pets.
I'm currently working in UK at the moment, and before that, my sister, she was the one who's taking care of the cats.
Yeah.
But now, since she get married, there will be no one can take care of my cats, so I moved them over to the UK.
There were house cats in Taiwan as well, so
Yeah.
this is probably the first time they've been out of the house. They come straight to England as well, so a little colder, but yeah, other than that, yeah, they should adapt okay.
Yeah.
While Stu heads off to pick up the next arrivals,
All right. Thank you.
apprentice Callum is getting the pets settled in. And the food their owners have sent with them will be a good start.
This one's come from Japan. It looks quite tasty, so cordon bleu.
Callum wasn't always so enthusiastic about cats.
I used to be a real dog person, but since starting working here, I've actually grown to like cats a lot more. Their personalities just crack me up every single day. When they want to be aggressive and in your face, my God, they can be a handful. They can be a handful.
Hey.
But now I feel like I understand a routine with cats. You get some cats in there that are just so calm. They're just like lying down for the whole time. It's just like you've just come on a plane into this random place and it's just chilled out, it's just laying there. And I respect that, the cat, I respect that.
But the owners in reception are less relaxed. This reunion has been a long time coming.
I haven't seen them probably about 2 years. Yeah, I'm so nervous right now.
With not a minute to waste, Callum scans the cats for their microchip numbers so he can check that the paperwork shows they've been vaccinated against rabies.
They just want to pick them up straight away. Sometimes we get it where the owners actually get here before the animal does, eager to get them back.
But if the cats aren't proven to be disease-free, the long-awaited reunion will have to be put on hold. In the dog wing, vet Emma has arrived to examine Yorkshire Terrier Olivia, who's been acting strangely ever since she checked in.
She probably got here about 20 minutes or so before I called you, and she was starfished out in the bed, but she was drinking water out of my hand. Cargo have spoken to the owner, and they said she was absolutely fine when they put her on the flight. Nothing to be concerned about, and she wasn't. They've assured her that she wasn't sedated either.
Sedation and previous medical conditions have been ruled out, so Olivia's ailment is still a mystery. Emma sets to work on a full clinical exam.
Unfortunately, we're very noisy today, which isn't helping. Has she seen? Yeah. Come here, honey. You're going to come and say hi? Yeah?
Hello, darling. What's happened to your tongue? Oh, you got no teeth. That's why your tongue's sticking out.
First, Emma feels Olivia's organs for any abnormalities like tumours or swelling that could indicate a serious illness. She also checks for any blockages that can happen during travel.
Has she done anything in her box?
No, all of her blankets, no, they seem... I guess everything seems...
As it should be.
Yeah.
All okay so far. She monitors her heart rate and listens for signs of congestion in her lungs.
All sounds fine. All sounds good. Just take your temperature. Oh,
This is the unglamorous bit.
yeah. 37.5, so it's a little bit lower than normal.
With everything checked, Emma has a diagnosis.
She's a little bit dehydrated, but nothing.
There you go, good girl. Let's do
You
it.
know, she's been on a long journey and she's maybe not drunk enough on the journey, but she's not, she doesn't need any treatment or fluids, so we just try and encourage her to drink and maybe with a syringe try and get
A bit more in.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was quite happy to take it off my hand as she was lapping it off my hand.
She was a bit scared. isn't
Yeah,
she?
lovely,
She
thank
goes,
you, Emma.
Well done, Olivia, my sweetheart.
So Olivia is given the all clear,
Okay.
Right, we're going to put you back in here.
and Anna can rehydrate her while she waits to be reunited with her owners. In the Animal Reception Centre's bird wing, Togo, the Senegal parrot, is waiting for his paperwork to be signed off. The documents will show whether he's had the 2 swabs he needs to prove he's not carrying avian influenza and is free to enter the UK. Supervisor Shannon has an update on Togo's case from the vet.
Vets will come along and check all import birds from outside the EU, and they check that they've had their right feces samples and the tests and stuff. The paperwork states that they're missing one.
His paperwork doesn't include the results from the mouth swab that should have been done before he left America. So Togo will have to stay in quarantine to be retested for avian flu. And Shannon's preparing a bigger enclosure for him.
So I'm just putting on a mask to prevent us catching anything from the bird or the bird catching anything from us. For example, we can catch psittacosis from them, which can be quite detrimental, so just safety precaution.
In humans, psittacosis, or parrot fever, as it's commonly known, typically causes flu-like symptoms, but can also lead to severe pneumonia.
He seems quite relaxed, to be fair. Quite a pretty little thing, actually. Just letting him out of his own accord. Come on then. Hello. You're thinking about it. Come on. Come on then.
After his failed escape attempt, it appears Togo needs a bit more encouragement this time.
This is a falconry glove, but hey ho. Come on.
Not for long, though.
Come on then. No, that's it. No. Oh, really? Come here. Come on. There's a good boy. Hey. Good boy. Good boy. It was a bit scary, wasn't it? Yeah, all in all went quite well. He tried to fly straight out of the cage, but we managed to get him there in the end, bless him. I think he looks absolutely fine. His colours, his feathers are nice. He's very bright, very alert. I'd say he's absolutely fine. Cool. We'll let him settle in now, I think.
Like all good bed and breakfasts, he's got food, refreshments, and a room with a view. He'll be fine here until his test results come back next week. And hopefully, then he'll be able to rejoin his owner in Norwich. Putting a pet on a plane can mean a stressful, if brief, time apart. But owners Pinchy and Peter have been away from their cats for much longer than a flight.
Last time I saw them was 2016.
Yeah. I'm so nervous right now.
The wait is nearly over. Both cats have been declared disease-free, and intern Dan is off to pick them up.
I am just grabbing Angie and Noah, and they're ready to be reunited with their family. Hi, Noah. Meow. Oh, is that a hiss or a meow? We'll find out. Okay, that's a hiss.
I'd say Noah's personality is quite. I think he's quite dopey. He likes to have a lot of fun and he'll jump around a bit and chase paper around the room for hours. But I think I describe Angie's personality as quite inquisitive. She's a very curious cat.
Just put some gloves on. I just have this fear of them jumping on me, you know? But it should be fine. Hi, kitty. Hi. Maybe you're not that bad. You were just hissing at me from a distance. Friends? It's all right, he's not too bad. Do you want to just go in your box, please? How about that? That way. Probably didn't need all that protective equipment. Hi, Angie. Hi, kitty cat.
Good job for Dan, he doesn't need to meet the rest of the family.
Noah and Angie are not our only animals. We've got about 5 other cats already in the house. We had one cat who is an old boy, and then we went and got 2 more. And 3 or 4 years later, we noticed that 2 others that were left at the sanctuary nobody else wanted were still there. So we decided to go back and get those as well. So now this will be cat number 6 and 7 into the house as well.
Finally, time to be reunited with their beloved owners.
Got Noah and Angie.
I missed them so much.
So they've done absolutely fine, no problems whatsoever. I believe Noah's eaten a little bit, Angie hasn't, and neither of them has used a litter tray.
Yeah.
But it's quite normal with cats.
Before Angie and Noah set off to join their cat family, Dan has a quick word about the boxes.
Regarding the boxes, you guys can't use them for air travel again because they don't have any rear air holes, but if you do drill some holes at the back, it should be fine to use.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okie doke. So I hear that Noah and Angie are going to be part of a big cat family. The owners have 5 cats already, so there's going to be 7 in the house now. I hope they settle in well, but for us, the job's done.
Thank you.
In the dog wing, another much-loved pet, Olivia the Terrier, has been given the all-clear to be reunited with her family for their new life in Bristol.
So Olivia's owners have come to pick her up. So I've just got to fill in the chart to say what time she's gone out, whether she's eaten, whether she's been to toilet, and then she's good to go.
It was a kind of anxiety, stress-related thing that she was away from her owners and wanted to be back with her. We have dogs and cats that come in every day, but the dog that comes in today is going to be completely different to tomorrow. Their backgrounds, their paperwork, every dog and cat are always different.
Owner Charmaine is waiting to greet her after 12 hours apart.
She is a real little prima donna. She is the tiniest little thing in the world and she just loves people. She'll do, if she knows you well enough, she'll do a belly flop just to get some attention, and she's just lovely. She gives you unconditional love. I mean, she is the cutest little thing in the world. She's just our little baby. So yeah, it's quite stressful to have her fly out for 12 hours.
And the behaviour that got Anna so worried is something Charmaine has seen before.
She won't eat or drink anything if she's not around people, so she just starved herself and she got a bit dehydrated.
Back where she belongs, Olivia has got over the stress of flying and is off to Bristol. But not before getting her first taste of British weather.
I think she's enjoying this.
And the centre gets ready to welcome the next globe-trotting pets. A month later, Angie and Noah are adjusting well to life with their big feline family in Dover. Togo, the Senegal parrot, got the all clear after 6 days and left the centre to join his owner in Norwich. And Olivia is lapping up the attention in her new home in Bristol.
She's adapted, she loves it here, so we're actually having a really good time. As long as she can chase everything and everyone and squirrels and make friends with the cats and get attention from anyone, she's a happy dog.